What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to go over my game plan for tomorrow, some economic events, some positions I close, and basically what stocks am I watching. So with that being said, let's get started. Now let's just recap yesterday's video. I hope you guys caught Amazon. Amazon was on fire today. Like, look at those levels we spoke about. We broke right out that 3250 into 3300, like major breakout today. All the levels, like I said, if any of you guys were on yesterday's video, you saw it. Boom, nice breakout, nice move, pretty straightforward move, and I hope you guys caught that. Another great move from yesterday, which we'll talk about in a bit, is ZM. ZM had a great dump right at the 376, broke the 367s, and we kind of touched new lows today. So it had a beautiful clean play today too. Very great plays for overall, right? Now, with that being said, let's jump into the major economic events, and then let's talk about futures and how futures are doing. Obviously, futures are at all-time highs. We are gapping up. We've been getting extreme good news, so let's talk about that. So the House passed a bill for $2,000 stimulus checks. Now, this does not mean that the $2,000 stimulus checks are approved. Senate has to approve it. So the House approved it, and they passed it on to Senate. So Senate has to approve it. Republicans at the moment aren't showing any support towards it, but just this set of news kind of creates a little bullish sentiment towards the market. And then obviously today, you guys saw the market rally. That was primarily because of Trump signing the $900 billion stimulus deal that he kind of was nudging on before, but he finally signed it over the weekend, and we saw a nice little market rally today, which we spoke about yesterday. So let's dive right into the futures first. Now, like I was talking about yesterday, we had a pretty tough zone right here into 37.16, and you guys can see right on the open, market open at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time for me. We saw a little dump on the open the first 30-40 minutes. Market dumped, market held its ground very well at our key level, and then slowly started driving up. This is a major thing to look at whenever you guys are trading, especially when you're trading big names like Apple, Amazon, and so on. You want to look at the overall market. You want to see what is the market telling you. So looking at this again, you see on the open, market dumps, does a little morning shakeout, right? Typically, we'll see a morning shakeout. If we don't see a morning shakeout, we'll probably see a shakeout and then a continuation. On the continuation, that's where fear is very high. But in this situation, the continuation didn't happen. We saw a fake morning shakeout, and then we started slowly recovering. Now, going into tomorrow, what are we looking for tomorrow? Tomorrow, we obviously want to see futures take out this all-time high again and continue to see some strength, especially after today's crazy move. And especially if we do get this, if let's say the Senate does approve the $2,000 stimulus checks, this will even create more bullish sentiment in the market, leading to higher price in the market. Market's going to make higher all-time highs, and that will be great news. Now, if that doesn't happen, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a consolidation, but we are kind of in that quote-unquote Santa Claus rally, which is a little bit late, but we're getting there, right? Now, let's talk about the plays. So a few positions that I spoke about. Sana, I closed my Sana position today, took a loss on it, and I'll do a video soon recapping all my swing positions I had for this month: Mara, Riot, Blink, Sana, whatever names I made money on, lost money on, just to kind of give you an overview and show you, hey, as a trader, you're not going to make money on every stock. You're not going to make money on every position. Just know when to cut your losses and take it from there. I took a loss on this. I'm out. My original game plan was to see a hold on 30 and a continuation to all-time highs. That did not happen, so I'm out of this swing trade. Chegg, I'm still holding, right? I'm still holding this position. I want to see the position kind of get below 89s, maybe 90s. If we get there, I'll probably exit out of this position. Disney position, I closed. I had 10 contracts. I closed it. I had 10 contracts expiring January 15th. Saw a little move up. I think it was a pre-amateur sell right there. I think I could have waited a little bit, but I got it out, made a little bit of money on it, and just didn't want to hold right now. But I think this is a name on watch for tomorrow, but this was a play I got out of too. Walmart, I'm still holding, right? Walmart is a play on watch as well, which I'll talk about. And then same thing with Pins. Pins was a major sell-off. My stop didn't kick in with this. I'm still holding this. I'm kind of down on this a good amount. What, $5,000 I'm down on. 1,000 shares, down $5,000. It's okay. We'll see what happens tomorrow. 66.50 break tomorrow. I'm gone. Right, no question about it. My stop didn't kick in. My stop was supposed to kick in around 69.50s. Did not happen. And I'm down $5,000 when I should have maybe been down 3 or 2,500, right? But we'll see what happens. But an interesting thing I saw today, I saw a lot of rotations out of stocks. Like if you look at Pins, if you look at Chewy, right? Look at the sell-off on Chewy. If you look at what was it? Peloton, right? Another name. Same thing in Peloton. You look at ZM, a lot of names. You're seeing a lot of money being flown out of these names. So that could be it with pins as well, right? I'm not sure, but you can see a lot of these names followed. So if I see the continuation follow tomorrow, I'm gone. I'm going to take a nice big hit on this. It's probably going to be the biggest hit I take on this new swing account I started, but we'll see with that, right? Now let's go over some names on watch for tomorrow. Stock number one, Maro. Maro is on watch for swing. I know I spoke about this yesterday. I was anticipating a gap up, which we did see because of the recent rally in Bitcoin. After the gap up, this started consolidating, coming back into 12s. So I think if we get back into 12s and hold this, and Bitcoin's chart starts showing a solid move towards the upside, this is going to be a good play. This is going to be a swing that I'm going to ride to a higher high. But we do have major resistance right around this 1450, 1460 zone. Next, Amazon. Amazon, right? Amazon. Who caught Amazon? Like, let me know. If you guys caught Amazon, comment down below. Let me know. This was a very straightforward, beautiful play we had today. I know some people DM'd me on Instagram and they were telling me they caught it, did very well. If you did, comment down below. Let me know how your trade went. But Amazon is definitely on watch. This is one of the main watches for tomorrow. Mara is more so a swing trade. But this is a heavy watch for tomorrow. So what's going on with Amazon? So we got Amazon right at 3,300, major wall, obviously a psychological level 3,300. That's where we rejected off today. But obviously, if you're going to see a move up from 32 to 33, a 100-point move, which I spoke about yesterday, and I said when Amazon moves, it actually moves. And you just look at that, right? And that's also with the market. Now, recapping Amazon, just to give you a little bit history, right? I was in Amazon calls here. I got out somewhere in between here after we saw this big move up, but we got rejected at 32.50s last time. That was because of the market. You can look the 17th, 18th, and also market did not have any guidance because of the rejection of the stimulus bill that Trump said, I'm not going to sign. So that created a lot of tension in the market. And once that tension was created and they couldn't come across an agreement, market wasn't really moving and staying flat. Now, finally, we are getting direction, which we may possibly see a rally in the market, and we're seeing Amazon pick up. Now, if Amazon holds 32.80s, that's a good sign. Anywhere around here, I'm pretty bullish on it, but I want to see a break of 3,300. We see a break of 3,300, not exactly 3,300, but somewhere around 33.04, 33.2, something strong, right? Something strong. I'll give you guys a good example, right? You look at 32.21. We broke 32.21 today, and right after that, we saw rejection at 32.30. Once we start seeing that rejection, now we start seeing the price forming around 32.30, and we say, okay, we see a continuation on 32.30. That's where I'm going to add and take on my position if it breaks the key level. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of traders would say, oh, I'll get in calls or enter my position at 32.20. No. 32.20 is the inflection point. That's the point you as a trader want to focus on and narrow into. If the stock breaks that level, now you start looking at level 2 and start saying, you know what? What's a good point that I should actually watch? What's a good level that I should focus on to see what can actually happen? And here, what was established was 32.30. And once that got taken off on the ask, we saw another squeeze up. We just saw a heavy squeeze up. You know what I mean? So that's where when you're looking at certain levels like 33.04, tomorrow around 33.02, 33.04, 3300, I want to see what happens with the tape. Do we see rejection? Do we see buyers are aggressive? Buyers are aggressive, and we see that strength, especially from the market too. Amazon, go right into it. That's the position to take. Amazon, another rally update, but like I said, we need the market to move. Market moves, great. 3300 break, next level 3360s, 3370s. We do have a wall around there. I would definitely watch around that whole 3350 to 3360, just that whole 10-point range. Not saying we're going to free flow right into there, but I would watch that area, right? Going on to the next play, Apple. By the way, if you guys are liking these videos, I'm seeing a lot of support from you guys. Especially if you're still watching up until here, I genuinely appreciate it. If you guys can, once again, give it a thumbs up. I'm just trying to get these videos to get more and more traction, and you guys have been super supportive. And because of that, I'm like, you know what? Let me pump out more videos, and a lot of people are enjoying them. So I'm going to continue to keep pumping out videos, more breakdowns, more game plans. The only thing I ask in return is if you guys can like the video, and that's it. So thank you so much for that. Now, next play, Apple. Apple is looking pretty strong, right? Another rally up with that move. We're looking to take out all-time highs of 137s, 138s. We did get to 137s today. We even got into 130, almost 8s, as you guys can see, about 137.5. But I think tomorrow the watch is on that 138 level. I think us getting into 137, 138 would be level number 1. And then obviously watching level number 2, which is 138.55, which was the pre-market high on Apple back in September. Right, so I would definitely watch that level. Apple does look like a good setup alongside with Amazon, two movers that are really going, and there's a lot of rotation going on, people selling certain names, moving money into other names, higher quality names like Amazon, Apple, and money's being pumped into them, money's being taken out of other positions and cashing out. So another name I would definitely watch out for. ZM. ZM has a gap fill right below 350s, 347s into 325s. ZM I spoke about yesterday. If we did get below this 367 area, we would probably see a dump into 350s, and that's what happened. Like, you know, there's no idea of you predicting what's happening. It's not the idea of prediction. It's the idea of identifying levels of demand and supply and understanding with market momentum, market sentiment, what can possibly happen. And with market momentum and sentiment, if we do see a continuation, 325 is the next level. If you can't take out 347s, 346s on ZM with aggressive selling pressure. Last two stocks, Disney. Wow, Disney looking beautiful. Let's talk about Disney for a second. Let's understand the history of Disney. So I like Disney a lot here. I think it was a stock that was consolidating, ready to make another move up. And you guys can see on the 18th, 21st, 22nd, and so on, market was very indecisive, made it hard for names like Disney to start moving. So Disney didn't move. Disney couldn't move or do anything. Disney started falling flat and staying flat. And then finally, we're getting market movement. Disney is taking out the all-time high at 180, and Disney does look like a name that can continue with their streaming numbers up like crazy and having a lot of market momentum, and especially with the economy probably reopening up in a couple of months and their parks opening up, they're going to rally. Like, they'll have a strong move up, especially they're up right now because of the Disney Plus numbers, right? 87 million streams that came out recently, plus their parks opening up again. This looks like a solid momentum play. 180 is the level I'm watching for tomorrow. We break 180s. This, Amazon, Apple, all like key levels could pay very, very nice. Peloton has a gap fill, but I don't know how I would trade this because I saw a lot of rotation today. Gap fill below 152 to 145, 7 points, probably 150s. But I want to see if there's acceleration in these names. Like, do we see continuation sell-off? Is the rotation constantly happening? If the rotation continues tomorrow, great. There could be some shorting opportunities tomorrow, or some opportunities to trade puts. If not, not touching this. Same thing with Shop. You guys can see, like I said, a lot of rotation happening. I don't want to say sector rotation, but a lot of rotation out of names. Look at that sell-off on Shop. No news kicked in. Profit taking right at 1142s, 1150s. Major wall right here. Definitely another name on watch. I don't know how I'd go about it, but like I said, a lot of profit taking, guys, happened the first 30, 40 minutes. A lot of it on a lot of names. So I think I want to see how they hold tomorrow. Do we see the continuation of profit taking? Do we see the continuation of moving money from A to B and adjusting positions? Because it is the end of the year, right? A lot of people are adjusting positions for tax purposes and whatnot, locking in gains, locking in losses, and just adjusting that. Or is this an actual sell-off? Because right now it doesn't look like an actual sell-off, an actual news-based catalyst, whatever the case may be. It looks like rotation, movement from certain names to other names, right? So that's that. Those are some names I'm watching tomorrow. I'm not going to go into this list. There were other names, like I said, Chewy sold off, Blink, Baidu still flat. If you look at Baidu, right, no real movement, still on watch list, 202 break. That's where I'd watch that. Same thing, Plug sold off, BBY, nothing. Twitter still flat, right? No real movement on these names yet. So that's that, right? It's pretty straightforward game plan tomorrow, depending on how the market works. Market works in our favor tomorrow. We get some action to the up or downside. There's a lot of good plays, even to the downside. Everything I spoke about, I know I spoke about the upside, but if the market reverses and we see a bloody bath, not saying we are, and we see a major sell-off, you can play these plays on the downside too, you know what I mean? So just look at the market and wait for that one good trade. You need that one good trade. If you traded one good trade today, which was Amazon, you would have gotten paid. If not, it probably stuck you out. Let me go over Tesla too real quick, by the way. Tesla, like I said, Tesla is pretty messy. I know Tesla faked out a lot of people in the open around the 680s. Look at that rejection. Tesla, you want to wait for double confirmation in Tesla, because when Tesla moves in certain directions, it really, really fakes people out. So you got to start learning the personality of a stock, because I know a lot of people got faked out here on Tesla. So start getting better at that, guys. Start understanding how that stock moves and the personality of it as you get better and better and more familiarized with names. With that being said, I'm going to end this right there. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys are watching. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe. And I'm going to try to, like I said, I'm going to try to do more of these. I've been getting a lot of support from you guys, and you guys have been really enjoying it. So once again, thank you so much for that. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you.